Hello there, I'm Jonathan Sulzbach.
And I'm Sean Hastings.
And this is the Cinema Filibuster.
Again.
Cut to logo and music. And now, your hosts, Sean Hastings, an independent filmmaker and screenwriter extraordinaire. Jonathan Sulzbach, a writer, graphic designer, and voice actor. Together, these fine fellows form Cinema Filibuster.
Zing!
So we're doing video!
Again.
And people are like, what? You never did video. We did.
How dare you? How dare you?
At least one time.
At least once. Well, twice if you count that little snippet when I'd shaved off my beard and I looked like I weighed 700 pounds more than I do now.
Keep the beard.
Keep the beard. Oh, yeah.
Alright, so this podcast is a 2017 movie forecast.
2017 movies.
We didn't do one last year, but we did one 2015.
We did one in 2015. Because let's face it, in 2015, there was a lot coming down the pike. In 2016, not so much. But now, 2017, whoa.
I think most people agreed 2016 was a rough year.
Yeah, on all fronts, it was a little harsh on the ego, on the hopes and dreams and joys of all that is and was America.
So we decided to do this vodcast.
Vodka?
That's all I heard.
That's where our minds go, yeah.
Because people seem to watch our videos more than they
Listen
to them.
For some reason, the lilting and dulcet tones of our voices are not enough to keep you people interested, so we're gonna show you the face.
Yeah. And you'll show us the love.
Please. We like love.
We're not going to edit this video.
No, and we shouldn't talk about love, because in order to make this little fisheye camera work, John and I are closer than two heterosexual males feel comfortable being. So, let's keep this professional, shall we?
Well said. All right, so let's begin.
All right.
These are in no particular order.
No.
Kong Skull Island.
Yeah.
What do you prognosticate, sir?
Well, the trailer looks pretty good. You see, one of my earliest memories was my dad and I watching King Kong vs. Godzilla, the old 63 classic from Toho Studios, and it is still kind of in my heart one of my favorite Godzilla movies, just because it's kind of a, it's the eyes of a child still kind of are.
Godzilla has the eyes of a child?
No, Godzilla has beady little eyes in this one. This one's kind of, but this is what this is all a lead up to. This takes place in the same universe as the 2014. The 2014.
Gareth Edwards.
Rogue. Rogue One director. Yeah, well, you've already heard that podcast, and again, we're going to stop that right now. But
Andrew's not here.
And I had problems with the Godzilla movie just because there wasn't enough Godzilla in it. But if it is I always said the second Godzilla movie would be way better than the first one, and I think
we're experiencing technical difficulties. Please stand by.
And we're back with, where were we?
I don't know. The
QuickTime
quit on us, so we kind of lost our thread there. We were talking about Godzilla, yeah. And it looks good. John Goodman, the whole cast looks fantastic.
Tom
Hiddleston, very good. Loki.
Right,
Can he do more than Loki? I think so.
If you had to hazard a guess, how many stars out of 5?
Out of 5? I'm going to hope for a 4-star film. I think I'm going to get a 3.5, but I'm going to hope for a 4-star film.
I'm going to say it's going to be a 3. I'd hope for it to be better, but...
yeah.
I don't know.
As long as... Because it looks like the video, the effects and everything, the spectacle is powerful enough that I could see someone relying on that more than they should. But the story the characters seem interesting. I mean, John Goodman never disappoints when he's in a movie, so...
Now, is he supposed to be playing an older version of Jack Black's character from Peter Jackson's version of...
No. No, he's actually the grand... he would be the...
Oops.
This thing. He would be the cousin of Jeff Bridges' character from the 1978 King Kong. Let's just tie them all in together. Let's try to make them all work.
All right, moving on.
Moving on.
Blade Runner 2049. There's a trailer out. I haven't seen it. Have you?
I have. What
do you think?
It looks excellent.
I haven't seen the original, so I can't say.
Don't worry, folks. We'll rectify this very quickly. No, we'll show you. Because see, I have the 5-disc Blu-ray that has the original cut, the director's cut, the European cut, the theatrical cut. So we will remedy this. You will see Blade Runner before it's over with. I love Blade Runner. Blade Runner is it's part of an era of science fiction giants, with Blade Runner, Alien, Star Wars, Close Encounters, all of that kind of coming into one little area.
Do you think Blade Runner will benefit from a sequel?
It could, if the story's good, because there is ample enough stuff in that universe to do another story. Even the way the first Blade Runner left off, depending upon which version you watch, because and this isn't spoiling anything for you or anyone, but in some renditions of Blade Runner, Deckard is a guy looking for, he's of course he's a Blade Runner who is a division of the cops that go take care of replicants, and in some renditions at the end he turns out to be a replicant. And that's kind of the twist on it. He's a replicant that hunts replicants that doesn't know he's a replicant. So I don't know where they're going to go with this. Are they going to go with replicant Decker or not replicant Decker? Because at the end of the movie, basically
time will tell.
Yeah, time will tell. The end of the movie.
Don't spoil it.
Oh no. Yeah, I'll just say
it's going to be a 3,
oh yeah, I'm not going to say
3-star, 2-star, 1-star, no stars.
You see. The first Blade Runner was like a 5.1 star kind of a movie. Ridley Scott, bless his heart, does not have a good history with sequels. Prometheus, I didn't hate it as much as other people, but,
I'm going to say the Blade Runner is going to eke out a 3.
You got a 3?
Barely.
I am going to be on my knees praying for a 5. I'll settle for a 4, but you might be right. I think, given Scott's track record of late, again, the man is still brilliant. Don't get me wrong; he's still one of my favorite directors of all time. Depending upon who's writing it and what's going on there, yeah, you're probably right. Probably a 3.
All right. Speaking of sequels, Alien Covenant.
Alien Covenant,
the sequel to Prometheus.
Wait,
Ridley Scott's doing both?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh,
busy year for Mr. Scott.
Well,
I predict garbage. 1 star.
Alien Covenant is, I think, a direct sequel to Prometheus, because
garbage. Pretty garbage.
Pretty garbage. As sad as I am to admit it, I think you're probably right. It looks like Alien again.
It looks like a 2-star. 1 is unrealistic. But
I would say it's going to be a 2.5, because it looks like Alien again. Yeah. There's nothing. They're not adding to the lexicon of the story at all, and there's not. I don't know. They might be adding, but they're adding stuff that doesn't fit. It doesn't fit with the almost mystic quality that the aliens had in the first and even in the second movie, when they were kind of, militarized a little bit. But
the less you knew, the scarier they were.
Yeah, well, that's always the case.
Same case for Darth Vader.
Don't show Darth Vader and don't show the shark.
Speaking of Vader, Star Wars Episode 8, The Lost Jedi.
Oh boy.
I forget what we respectively gave The Force Awakens, but
I don't either.
My gut tells me this is going to be a 4.
I heard something that worried me a little bit, and I don't know if this is rumor or if this is true, but somewhere I heard that The Last Jedi is going to be very flashback thick, and I don't like that idea. Start at the tell your story, don't give me a bunch of flashbacks. And what lends credence to it is, how did Poe Dameron get off Jakku? Why does C-3PO have a orange arm? This is all precursor stuff that is going to be flashbacked. And I've even heard that Harrison Ford might be in a flashback with Mark Hamill.
He's done. He won't do it again. They can't afford to do it again.
No.
And 3PO's arm is explained in a comic.
So, it is?
Yeah.
Oh, why? What happens?
It's a sad story. You should read it. I didn't. I read about it.
See, this I hate. Make your movie, tell your whole story. Don't. And
If you want the full story, go over here and read this or watch that. But
I mean,
I agree with you.
they're fun. Comics are fine and all, but don't pepper your story over multimedias that people aren't gonna watch.
So if it's flashback heavy, you're gonna give it a 2 or a 3, or
if it's flashback heavy, I'll give it a 2.5, and if it's not flashback heavy, 3.5.
All right, Spider-Man: Homecoming.
Oh, that's gonna be 4. I'm gonna go solid 4. That looks like the. I mean, Marvel.
I will hazard a 4.
Marvel can do no wrong. I mean,
Speaking of Marvel, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume Dos.
That's gonna be a 4.
Okay.
Maybe if they really fumble it, a 3, but I don't think they will, because I mean, the thing that made it strong was characters and dialogue and situations. And
it was a fun movie, but I've never rewatched it. I think I give the original. Well, we didn't do a podcast, but
No.
I would give it a 3 now, and I don't know. It's fun. It's well done, but it's not great.
Well, everybody's saying it's their favorite Marvel movie. It's nowhere close.
Everybody, Sean? Everybody?
Well,
am I everybody now?
No, you're not.
Well, then everybody lied.
No, everybody that counts. Unfortunately, no worry, I don't either. Let's count, because we're movie reviewers and our opinions are
A dime a
sophistry. Yeah.
All right, Beauty and the Beast. That's coming out soon. I think it's gonna flop. Personally, I'd say
Well, if
2 stars.
they're retelling the same story again, only it's really, really close to the animated one. So I think it's just going to make people want to go watch the animated one again. I don't even see a point.
Trailers may be misleading, but it does look so faithful to the animated film that it just draws unwanted comparisons and say, well, they did it better in '92, I think.
And, yeah, and apart from a stellar cast, I mean, Ian McKellen plays one of the animate objects. I don't know which. And
Cogsworth,
and Hermione, Emma Watson. Yeah, Emma Watson is
Oh, you've got Gandalf and Hermione and Obi-Wan Kenobi as Lumiere.
Oh, really? Oh. Yeah, no, it's going to be.
It's a disaster.
It's going to be a disaster waiting to happen. Yeah, it's not going to. It's a retread of an old idea.
It won't bomb, but it's not going to rake in the dough.
No, it'll be forgotten.
All
So
right.
I'll give it 2 stars. If it really gets emotional, it could impress me up to 3. But that's.
We are not moving through these nearly fast enough. I'll just pick out the best, most interesting. Logan.
Oh.
The first R-rated Wolverine movie, which is a kind of amazing.
Ooh.
That would be the first, but
The
there it is.
trailer presented to me a 5-star movie. When I heard
I would like it to be 5.
when I heard Johnny Cash is hurt over top of that, I got weepy.
But consider all the previous movies in which Logan either starred or supported, and the track record speaks against it.
It does, and It might be one of those cases where the trailer was cut by a genius and the movie was made by somebody competent. No offense. I mean, it might be great, and it looks good because the story's interesting. I like that's a good way. It's a good direction. I'm glad to see Patrick Stewart back in the saddle one last time as Charles.
I'm going to say the film will be 3, just because the subject matter grants it a 3. There's something appealing about an older character in I don't know if you could say dystopian future, but a bleak future.
Yeah.
Trying to hold on to life, and the young girl that represents life, but also represents his progeny, maybe,
Right.
kind of, sort of.
Yeah,
we don't know.
Well, in the comic book, she's a clone of him, but she is kind of. Logan, someone has come along. I mean, Patrick. And I think this is, like I said, I'm going to give it. I'm just going to stick with a firm 4 stars.
Right.
But if they bring that trailer, if they bring their game, it's going to be a 5. But
Okay.
I'll say 4. And if it's less, I'm going to be so sad.
The Lego Batman movie, I don't think that's really...
I think it'll look good. I like the original Lego movie, and
I feel like it's in a different
Arnett's
class from the rest of the films. I don't think you can make a bad Lego Batman movie.
no, it'll be
But
funny.
I don't think you can reach for a 5-star
Wow.
Schindler's List. So I'm
Oh,
going to
no.
say it'll
3.
be fun. It'll be great. Probably have a lot of quotable lines. Yeah, 3 sounds reasonable.
Restart, yeah.
I am excited for Wonder Woman, personally.
Me too. Wonder
It
Woman.
could be a case of a well-cut trailer and a poorly made film, as you've said,
Well,
or competently made.
well, see,
but
and I'm probably
3 stars from John.
going to get slammed on this, but I've never been a fan of Wonder Woman. I thought as a character she was a blatant attempt to
Cash
make
in
up.
on-
I'm better than any man kind of a thing.
Oh, I thought you meant it was going to reel in the hungry teenage boys.
Oh, that too. I read somewhere that the guy who created the character Wonder Woman in the comic book was actually the same guy that invented the polygraph test, and he created her out of he thought a man's subconscious desire to be dominated by women.
Being tied up in a magical lasso.
Magical lasso, exactly. That and it's psychologically that's I think. I mean, I don't know. That was all conjecture. I don't know if that's for sure
It's
at all.
a popular story.
But the movie looks great. Her characterization. What's the actress that's playing her? I'm totally blanking.
I've already forgotten what movie we're talking about.
Wonder Woman.
Oh.
She looks fantastic. In Batman versus Superman.
Gal.
She was amazing. I thought she was one of the highlights. Her and Batman were the two highlights of the movie.
In Justice League. I'm not looking forward to Justice League. It's
not as much.
It's gonna crash and burn.
I hope not, because I want
2 stars.
I want Batfleck to take off. I want him to do his own movie. Although a bit of news, he has dropped out as director. He is going to star in it, which I think is wise, because it's somebody who has written, directed, and starred in his own movie. It sucks, but Wonder Woman, I'm going to give it 3.5 stars, and I think it'll stick. 3.5 stars, I'll like it.
Thor Ragnarok. I'd say that all of the Thor movies, only 2, are about 3 stars. They're not great.
No,
they're fun.
2 to 3. I'll give it a 3 star. It's got the Hulk, and I like the Hulk.
Neither one of us has seen any of the newer Planet of the Apes films. So
No.
War of the Planet of the Apes will probably. I can't speak to that.
No. Well, we'll see. I have all of the really expensive Blu-ray box sets of the original Planet of the Apes. One of the original Planet of the Apes is one of my favorite movie series of all time. So I will have a lot to say about this new. In fact, we'll probably get together, do a binge watch on the movies, go see it, and then I will show him and his lovely wife the original series, and then we can maybe do a compare and contrast, like over 3 or 4. Because I'm telling you, the original Planet of the Apes, that's my bag. So
Right.
we'll save that for later. I won't even comment on it.
Baywatch, I'm not going to see it. Dunkirk, probably won't see it.
Well,
Do you know about that? Nolan's war movie?
well, I mean, I know about the Battle of Dunkirk in World War I, but I don't know about the movie. This is actually the first I've heard of it.
Nolan doesn't make...
Oh, that's right, Christopher Nolan. Okay, yeah. No, I have heard of it. Oh, yeah.
Normal movies, which is both a compliment and an insult. I'll be curious to see what the weird aspect of his movie is.
Right.
But I probably won't see it.
Well,
so
I don't know.
forget that.
I've never seen a Christopher Nolan film that I didn't enjoy watching. I mean,
I've never seen a Christopher Nolan film that I actually enjoy watching, except for
Oh.
Batman Begins.
oh, just the first one. Oh, okay.
Transformers: The Last Night, won't see it.
Mm-mm,
50 Shades Darker, shouldn't see it and won't see it.
No, I don't.
Dark Tower, Stephen King's story. I don't know anything about it. You do.
I have my friend Casey is a huge Dark Tower fan. I actually got I downloaded the audiobook from Audible.com. Not a sponsor.
but you could be.
You could be if you really wanted to, because I love Audible. I did. I downloaded. I got the first one, and it's an interesting story. It's a bleak story. I had a hard time getting through it because, quite frankly, I got depressed partway through it, and it ends in an odd place. But it's everybody that has read the whole thing says it's great. So I'm in the middle. I'm going to try to. I at least wanted to see it before the movie came out, so now I can compare and contrast it. So if they do a good job, it'll be a 3 or a 4 star. But
All right.
I haven't seen anything from it, so I couldn't tell you.
I will reserve my stars, knowing nothing
about it. Okay.
Pirates of the Caribbean: Dead Men Tell No Tales
Spin.
will be the 5th. Yes, to maybe tell anybody, but I actually enjoyed the 4th one,
Did
Stranger
you?
Tides.
Oh, is it okay?
Of course, I've only seen the 1st and the 4th, so maybe if I haven't
I loved
seen-
the first. I thought the first Pirates of the Caribbean was fantastic.
So I don't know how they downgraded in sequels subsequent.
Second one was only okay.
What about the new Mummy movie with Tom Cruise?
Oh, well, that's more like the original. No, that's more like the original Universal with Boris Karloff. In fact, it's a remake of the Boris Karloff one to a degree.
Okay.
And which I kind of like the old original Mummy series with what's his name?
Oh, you mean the Brendan Fraser?
Brendan Fraser. Yeah, I liked the first 2 of the Brendan Fraser movie. Those were
I
pretty
can
good.
see that they had almost nothing to do with the
No.
original Mummy, but they were fun.
They were fun. But this is, like I say, and I'm a huge fan of all the original Universal monster movies: Frankenstein, Dracula, Wolfman, Mummy, Invisible Man, that sort of thing. So, I'm anything that might breathe life back into that franchise, I'd be all for. Oh.
Speaking of breathing, the windows are
fogging
very
up.
foggy.
Yeah, anybody walking past the car is going to think something's happening.
We better wrap this up.
Yeah, we better hurry. Okay.
So, any stars awarded to the Mummy? You think it's going to be a 3-star?
Two
Two-star?
maybe 3. Yeah.
All right. I'll say 3, just being optimistic. I
Okay.
like Tom Cruise.
I do too. I like Tom. I enjoy him.
The Fate of the Furious. I have seen none of the Fast and Furious
Nope.
films.
Don't want to either. Spin.
Triple X, Return of Xander Cage.
Mm.
I don't know if I saw the first one, but I saw the second one. It was hilarious, and it wasn't supposed to be.
He drove a 65 Pontiac GTO. That's all I remember was his car.
I'm not going to award anything for those.
No.
Power Rangers.
It
I-
looked... Oh, please.
I have to confess that growing up, I was probably too old to enjoy the Power Rangers, but I did enjoy the Power Rangers, so I'm a little shy about saying that I wanted to marry the Pink Ranger at one point in time.
Oh, okay.
Amy Jo Johnson, if you're watching, I'm taken. Sorry. I'm just kidding. No, I'm not. Anyway, moving on. I was not excited when I heard that there was going to be a film.
Me either. It was after my time.
Too many years removed from that point in my life.
Yeah.
But after watching the newer trailer, it could be fun.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to say it's a 3-star movie.
I'll give it a 2. Would not be surprised, or I'll give it a 3. Wouldn't be surprised if it's 2. But it looks better than I thought, and I had absolutely no interest in it whatsoever.
I think it will be fun, if nothing else.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I agree.
I'm glad they're keeping the big bottle. I can't even speak. I'm getting excited. The big battles between
bottle,
these mech-sized creatures, because every Power Ranger
Had
episode would end with 2 guys in suits duking it out over the city like Godzilla. And,
Well, sure. Yeah. That was the E.G. Subaraya influence.
Saban.
Everything had to have, big. Everything had a big robot in it.
All right. That's not everything on the list, but I think those are the highlights.
I do want to hit just a quick Doctor Who thing.
Oh, yes, Doctor Who.
Doctor Who, of course, as everyone out there probably don't know, but you will now. John and I are huge Doctor Who fans. I've been a Doctor Who fan since the early 80s.
We recorded 2 Doctor Who podcasts, and
decided that they were too good for the likes of you guys.
they were also a bit lengthy.
Yeah, so we decided we'll wait. I actually want to do some Doctor Who, because I love Doctor Who. I really do, and there's a huge... And a lot of you out there do. And
So the departure of Peter Capaldi.
How
do you feel?
I thought Peter Capaldi has gotten better and better. This last season I loved. And if this next season continues the trend of him getting better, I will be heartbroken when he leaves. Because I'm finally glad that we have a doctor that's older than me. That's not acceptable. No doctors that are younger than me, Mr. Smith, Mr. Tennant. No. No more. Old man, doctor. Old man.
Okay. I've seen the entirety of Season 8 and the first 2 episodes of Series 9.
Mm-hmm.
From where I left off, Capaldi had a lot to prove. Not as an actor. He's a fantastic actor.
Yes,
but
he is.
as the Doctor, the material he was given and the characterization of his Doctor up to that point left me feeling like this is a Doctor who is uncertain, largely unhelpful, and just...
Unhelpful. A lot of people said that about Colin Baker, but look what happened there. He
has a weak, raspy voice. Anyway.
That's true.
I think that...
Of course, I'm constantly mad. I'm from Scotland.
But I see stills from the episodes like, he looks so cool. The crazy hair. Even the magician-esque styling of his clothes.
In this last season, he had a lot... He had a lot of good soliloquies. He had there was one where you have the 2
Don't spoil anything for me.
No. It's the Zygon episode where you've got Kate Stewart on one side and a Zygon impersonating Clara on the other side, and they're talking about they're about to start a war, and he gives this soliloquy about, I've been in a war like you cannot believe. This is no war. He had some really good stuff, and then he had this other one. Maisie Williams plays a recurring character, and not to be spoilers, but he basically goes on a little rant going, you save Clara and you do it now, or I will rain hell down on you for the rest of time. And you get this wrath of a Time Lord, like you don't piss off a Time Lord. Certain things you do not do in life and make a Time Lord that mad at you because everything he says he can do. And it's, you've heard the stories, you know what they say, and in all that time did you ever hear anything about anyone who stopped me? It's like, whoa! I mean, it was a great, and the whole thing is like that. Even up until the last episode, which is amazing.
Don't tell me!
Well, we'll watch it. I bought it. I downloaded it.
All right, that's our assignment.
All right, okay. Okay, we need to watch...
So Series 10, you prognosticate 4 stars, 5 stars?
If it goes up from...
I've never rated a series ever.
No, but if it goes from 8 to 9, went from 3 to 4 stars, and if they keep going, it'll go from 4 to 5.
Oh, all right. Well, I'm optimistic, and I will withhold stars until I've seen all of 9.
All right.
So...
And who knows? We'll start hooing it up a little bit.
Oh, before I close this out, do I still have the webpage open? Let's see. 3 months ago, a gentleman named Scott Russell left some comments, and I will read the one that he left on Off the Cuff Movie Magic. So this is Scott Russell from 3 months ago.
3 months ago. Scott Russell. Good name.
Movies are still magic to me, but not all of them. It really boils down to this. It doesn't matter how crappy the effects are. Remember the original King Kong? Mm-hmm. It's the story that makes the movie magical. That's why that movie has held up. I liked the new one too. I own it, even. I've worked on visual effects, most of which I learned from the guy who does much of the VFX in J.J. Abrams movies. Well, he has a tutorial channel that I watched, but it was like he was speaking to me. The point is, I see his work in those movies, so I know which element was used and how many layers it must have taken and what was masked out, etc. Does all that take away the magic? No way, because the filmmakers put a good story on the screen despite the effects.
Well said, Scott. Very well said. I totally agree with that.
Yeah.
That is absolutely the total, and it's the totality of it. I mean, the best special effects in the world will not Rogue One save.
What?
Nothing. I said nothing. Because Andrew's not here, and I am not again, as stated in our last, I am not going to get into the middle of that fight again.
Oh, I wouldn't call it a fight.
Oh, no, it's not a fight. It's at least from sitting in the back seat listening to these two go at it, it was actually entertaining. But and we are going to do. I wasn't kidding.
It was a gentlemanly disagreement.
It was. I'm getting these two guys together again, and I'm going to get a ding.
I have nothing more to say about Rogue One.
You don't? No. Well, yeah, probably. I saw it again, and anyway, that's for another day. All right, well, okay, that's our prognostication for...
Give in to your feelings, Sean. Embrace the hatred. Let it flow.
I don't have a lot of hatred. I know.
Kidding.
If I gave into my feelings, I'd just start crying right now, and these people really don't want to see this. Some overweight guy in a car blubbering. That doesn't make for good cinema.
Well, folks, we thank you very much for listening and for watching. Comments that you leave here or on the website will be recounted. Recounted? Will be
recanted.
Recited in future episodes. Thanks again to all of our fans, all 52, I think.
52, you
on
guys.
YouTube.
You keep us going, fellas and ladies and dogs.
There might be some ladies out
there.
there.
I'm sure there are. We're a couple of roguishly handsome guys.
My wife thinks so.
Yeah.
She thinks you're a pretty handsome guy too.
Does she really?
But she's taken.
Oh, wow.
I'm just kidding.
Why?
All right, until next time.
For now.
If I die, okay.
No.
Until next time, I am Jonathan Sulzbach.
It'd be like marrying my sister. Oh, I love his wife dearly as well, but man, no, it's too familial. I can't. I'm sorry, I'm not Roman enough.
Didn't bother Luke Skywalker.
Well, I'm not.
Kiss your sister. Kiss your
I'm
sister.
Not,
Luke.
I'm not.
Sorry.
Yeah, I'm not Luke Skywalker, and I'm Sean Hastings.
Until next time, adios.
Color us gone.
And now, the credits. Intro music by Henry Kadib. Outro music by Matt Steiner. Show concept and creation by Sean Hastings and Jonathan Sulzbach. find us on iTunes, SoundCloud, YouTube, and of course, cinemafilibuster.com. Leave a comment at any of those venues and we'll read it in a future episode. Thanks for listening.